Hey everyone, it is spring, and now is the perfect time to do some spring cleaning on that digital experience. Yeah, I am going to make that correlation because when you set it and forget it, you totally regret it. I promise you. And your digital experience is dusty. It needs to be cleaned up. I'm not talking about a total overhaul, although a lot of brands could use that. What I'm talking about is taking a look at those nuances, those details, and finding places where you can clean things up to move that needle. So when you look at the digital experience, there are some prime targets for this. The number one is your homepage. Too often, the idea of marketing and promotions gets all vomited all over the homepage. You have to say 20 million things on one page, and it is such a mistake. You cause cognitive overload, it makes people shut down, and it makes the experience really bad. So your first step in spring cleaning should be taking a look at that homepage, finding a way to make it commerce enabled immediately. Get your whole menu on that homepage and use only one area for marketing and promotions. And while most of the time carousels are a bad move, there are ways to design them so you can say multiple things across multiple slides and still have effect. So it's really important to take a look at that homepage, get people moving through, and get people into an order as soon as possible. But don't stop there. You can also take a look at those product detail pages, PDPs. How can you make them stronger? How can you get more SEO juice out of them? Are there ways to make your optional and non-optional selections or mandatory selections easier to use, easier to understand? Get the optionals out of the way, make the mandatories top-notch, and also make sure that the UI makes sense. If you pay attention to those PDPs, you can actually get a lot more juice. Also, find a way to get the upsells in earlier. Don't wait for the cart to put them there. Of course, keep them there, but find ways to upsell earlier, and the PDPs are a great way to do just that. Outside of the commerce side, there are also other places where you can clean things up. Things that you probably didn't focus on when you were so zeroed in on commerce. How can you make your account section cleaner, better, more engaging, more on brand? How can you actually take some of those other systems like the unsubscribe from email or loyalty? That's a great way to not lose someone completely. How can you optimize them to get people to follow you on social or do some other connectivity point that keeps them slightly engaged even though they don't want to be fully engaged as they used to be? Across the board, you should look at site speed. Find ways to optimize the site speed to get it lightning fast. Faster the site loads, the faster people are into an order. And you could take these things in chunks, but I would start with those. Start with the homepage, dive into your PDP, take a look at some of those secondary pages, and look for ways to make it even more on brand, easier to use, and you will see that needle move. So, get the brooms out, start cleaning up, and get that digital experience ready for prime time. As always, thanks for listening. Please share this and please follow and or review on Spotify and YouTube. It helps so much in keeping these things going, and talk to you soon. Cheers.